Oh, that had a really awkward ending, which I didn't anticipate. Hello, 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 hello. Good afternoon. Welcome, one and all. I'm just doing my live now tweet and writing Daggerheart story bits. Bam, tweet done, vibes checked, everybody here, respect. There we go, click on that one, click on that one. Let's launch up old Luna client and put my camera on. Hello, hi. Yes, there is a balloon here. Secret, secret, quiet now. It's for Robin's birthday tomorrow. It's a big blue number 3, okay? But she's not to see it. She's not to see it. I've kept it like partly in frame, only because they don't watch my streams because she's 2. Tomorrow to be 3. So there you go. But hi, hello, how are you? You all good? Hello to Itty Kitty City. There you go. We got Pixel Bloodbath. Hello to Shadow Cadet, Timmy the Bee. We got Percival, Morning Starling, Feeble Moss. We've got May Asher's Fly, Gaz Gengar as well. We got Worth Girl 7. Hello, hello, hello. I am now realizing actually that whoever it was that gifted us the Daggerheart Nexus thing before is obviously very generous, but I've now got like 10 new players potentially for the misadventures. I say one shot. I'm writing it out more and more, and it's becoming more like a multi-stream thing, which maybe they won't mind. But yeah, basically, I need to be able to like quickly share all the stuff with other players. So I might have to like sign up to the Demiplane thing myself today. Which I might even do right this second. Demiplane subscription. Content sharing. Let's have a look. Oh, there's basic and then there's the subscriber one. That's the one I want. Oh, so you're basically DMing. Yup. Yep. Or GMing. Everyone keeps saying that to me. Martin, it's not Dungeons and Dragons, so it can't be DMing. You're actually GMing because you're the game master. I was like, oh, whatever, man. You know what it means. It's the guy running the show. You know what I mean? So yeah, basically that's that. It looks like I do need to sign up for it myself if I want to share it with up to 24 people. So I'm going to do that. I might go, I'll go monthly. It's only $1 different per month if you don't, but it's fine. I'll do it with PayPal and then I'll forget about it for bloody ages. And then that'll be that. Let me just quickly sign up for this now before I forget. That'll do. That'll do. Clicky, clicky, click the buttons. Daggerheart Master. That's what I think DM stands for. Yeah, that's what I think it stands for. So I've got, with the story now, I've got the opening, which opens in Orchidia. Then there's the combat in Orchidia. Then there's the journey to Merreport, which has actually become a bit longer now because I felt like we needed some storytelling beats inside of there. And then Merreport itself is for the players to explore, interact with characters and stuff like that. Then I've actually now changed the location and the character for the person that they're going to seek out after Merreport. So that's been relocated now. And I think I'm fairly happy with where that is and where to find them and stuff. And then I've got the bullet points for what that character will actually convey and speak to and how they are and stuff like that. And then the only thing I need to do now really is just write a little bit of wording for the Fungal Woods and the dojo, and then the return to that other character to get the upgrade to the weapons, and then finally going back to Orchidia itself. So the rest of it is kind of, or at least the final 2 acts are basically going back into previous areas, whereas acts 6 and, well, I guess 5 and 6 technically. Yeah, acts 5 and 6 are the Fungal Woods and the dojo, which I do just need to like write out and decide exactly what I want to do with all that sort of stuff. So that's where I'm at with that at the minute, which is good. Did this work, by the way? I tried to sign up with Demiplane. Log in. Get a text. Sure. I'll do that. There we go. Also, chat, any ideas for like Halloween couples outfits for this year? Me and Nettie need to figure out what we're going to go as, and we're not 100% sure just yet. Use balance first. What bank card is that trying to use as a backup? Better be this one. It's not that one. Oh my god, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, no, wait. Oh, I think I somehow tickled the sneeze just by inhaling. I just managed to negate it. That was weird. I really felt it at the top of like my left nostril. Goodness me. Including kids or not? No, no kids. No kids. We get a night off. Although I can't really go all that hard because it's a very long drive to go to this party. So I'm a bit like I'm tempted to get the train so I can actually have a drink and stuff like that. Although, to be honest, at the minute where I'm on my gym kick, I don't know if I necessarily want to be knocking back loads of drinks. You know what I mean? There we go. I've just signed up for demi playing, which is good. Let me fire up some MCC Island as well, because that's what we're doing today. Back to server list, multiplayer, MCC Island. Am I on? Is it working? It wasn't for a moment. I started to get worried. Nice. There we go. Good. Right then. So if you're unaware, basically on MCC Island at the minute, there is a special event going on. It is like a sea monster event. You got the sea monster, like essentially battle pass, if you will. And we've got two options here. We either get really lucky and pull the item that we want from Mr. Sea Monster over here, or we complete the pass, which is the other alternative, but we've got to get all the way to level 20 in order to do that. So this octopus rod is what we're after at the minute. Oh, I can actually just spend gems to buy it. Oh, okay. So even if I don't like have loads of time to commit to it, I have enough gems to get there right this second, but I could grind it out if I wanted to. So the cosmetic we're looking for is this one right here. See that like pirate wheel? I mean, I think that might be the mythic version. What's on sale over here at the minute? Oh, there's like no bids on at the moment. The bid for the lobster head's only 500k at the minute. So what you've got to do in order to get the currency for this is you've basically just got to complete a bunch of quests, like as you normally would, and you get a little currency along the way. Now, what I'm curious about is how you do the pulls on this. So I've got 3 pulls stored in here at the minute, so let's go for it. Apparently the 10th roll, or sorry, after the 10th roll, the 11th one will then be a guaranteed whoa, we got a legendary. Will be a guaranteed legendary lobster claw token. Hold on a minute, let's look at this. Oh dude, look at that. Jesus. Oh, it like clamps as well. I love that we don't actually have to make this with any kind of blueprints. It takes up a lot of the screen though, admittedly. Let's go again. Oh no, spend gems to perform a pull. Wait, what? Oh, wait. So that was saying my gems is pull stored. Is it? No, wait, I'm confused. I thought I could do the pulls, but without gems. I thought that you need the keys. Yeah, hold on. Do you buy the keys from here, maybe? No. Why am I so confused about this? Like, Sea Monster cosmetic key, yeah. So what are these for? They're earned during the Sea Monster event. They can be used to buy items at the event shop in the event area. So I'm guessing this is the event shop, right? Sea Merchant. Oh, I see. So yeah, that's for buying these. Oh, okay, I'm mistaken. That's fine. You get the keys from the battle pass. Yeah. All right, cool. So let's look at our quest real quick then. So we can do what we got. Eliminate 7 players in battle box. Play 2nd or higher in battle box is my weekly. Let's do some battle box then, dude. Let's warm up. I'll tell you what, let me warm up with some movement, and then we'll do some battle box afterwards, yeah? That sound good? And yeah, basically that's what we're going to get on with today. So I've been spending today like tidying up the first 4 acts of the Daggerheart misadventures thing. What I need to figure out is like who we're going to have play, because I think it's going to take more than 1 stream now. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I think it's going to take more than 1 stream now, which I will preface them on, but I don't think they'll mind. But then also just like who to have, like what sort of team compositions to have. I think we've got something like 10 people that are up for playing now. So that's kind of going to be, we could either do 2 parties of 5, or we could just do parties of 4 or something like that. I'm not entirely sure what to do for it. Oh, gosh. Oh, I just survived that. I jumped too early. Silly me. Yeah. Wow, God. I tell you what, I don't know if I've got a ping issue today, but the timings feel really weird. There you go. Nice. All the way to the end, and we're through. Nice. Is Brian really in the next MCC? I think people said that he was listed on the TwitchCon site. But I don't know how much truth there is in that. I'm not Scott, so obviously I won't have the answers, but still. Oh, God. Oh, my God. I'm really fat boxing it today. Jesus. It's impressive how you can parkour and talk at the same time. Hey, I do my thing. What the fuck is that massive crab claw? I just got it a moment ago. How good is that? I just got it a second ago from the event. So the event's got a load of like giant sea creature related cosmetics available. And I just happened to pull this one from a crate, which is great. Didn't even have to spend any materials to like actually get it either, which is nice. Oh my God. I don't like that one at all. All right, there we go. Nice. Whoa, gosh, there we go. So yeah, so I need to figure out the compositions. Like, do I ask the players who they would like to play with and that kind of thing, or do I not do that? Or do I just decide for myself? That's the thing. I don't know. Maybe it's worth asking people's experience with D&D. Maybe if I find out how many people are experienced and how many people aren't, we can have like a mixture of experienced players with non-experienced, so they can kind of help them out with little bits and pieces. You know what I mean? I feel like that might be worthwhile doing. So like I know the likes of like Scott. Scott's played a bunch of D&D, so Scott could definitely be a part of that, as part of the experience group. But what's nice is like you don't really need much experience to do it. Oh God, tuning forks. Oh God. Like, how do I not make that? That diagonal was lovely. Gosh. I swear my hat gets caught underneath this. Right, so literally nothing there. There you go, good. Got it, all right. We're getting some consistency nowadays, but not loads. Oh, gosh. The other thing I was tempted to stream today, by the way, was the catching all the chains. Bloody hell. Yeah, the other thing I was planning on playing today was the new Sonic Racing game, because I have yet to play that. I know that Ollie and Callum, CPK, they played in the Rivals the other day. I think Ollie didn't qualify, but Callum did, if memory serves correctly. I don't know if Owen qualified, because I saw that he was playing it. We raided into him. So I still want to play that. I know that we were kind of planning on playing it for Wiggle Wednesday. Although for me, admittedly, I can't really do Wiggle Wednesday anymore, or at least not at the more 4 o'clock time. Basically, Amelia has gymnastics on a Wednesday, so I pick her up from that. Which impacts my ability to start early. But I mean, I tend to just do like a late stream start anyway. What the hell is this? Oh my God. Oh my God. Whoop, whoop. Okay, wait, I've never seen this medium ending before. This must be one of them new fancy fandangled ones. Gosh, how are you supposed to do that? How do you even possibly get the height on that? So you go 1, 2, 3, big old boost. God, you've got to really make it work. 1, 2. Oh, there you go. Oh my God. Oh, jeez, that's a brutal one. It's because your brain wants to treat it like it's ice, but it's not. Oh, and it's a cheeky one because when you land on the nether brick, you actually need to like wait for a brief moment. I felt it then. That's it. You wait. I heard a little tick, and then I jump afterwards. That's a different one. Very different kind of one. All right, let's go battle box then. Did you know if you have any duplicates from the limited event cosmetics, you can put it in the island exchange and you can list up the price? Yeah, I need to learn about this island exchange because people keep talking about it, but I don't fully know what it is or how to like interface with it. I'm not entirely sure. Bum, 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 bum. Just a question, do you know F1? I mean, I see it on my keyboard. But no, I don't really do anything with F1. That's one of those things that I don't get. I don't get it. In person, oh, it's this one with the bloody knockback. Oh, I don't like this map. What did I need? 7 kills, was it? 7 kills, 4 games? Was that the thing? I like the ones where I simply just have to participate. Those ones are my favorite. Careful now. Easy does it. Oh my God. That sucks. To be honest, I could probably just straight... Oh, God. Straight up kill. Don't know what's happening here. I'll be honest with you. It's a lot of... Oh! Very interesting moves. Go on. Run, 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 run. I've still got speed. Speed is on my side. Ah, I was low on health though. You love Vampire SMP episode, chaotic decisions and strong lore. Also ASMR goosebumps when you
also ASMR goosebumps when you narrate every time.
When you narrate, what does narrate mean? Narrate? Don't know what narrate means. Narrate. Yeah, but I don't even understand it in that context. I don't narrate on the I don't narrate on those episodes. That's why I wondered whether it was a different word, because I was like, well, I don't narrate, so is there another word similar to it that I'm missing? Oh, he's got... What? Wait. Hold on a second. How the hell do you have speed and health potions? What the? That doesn't seem fair. Oh, my God. Oh, damn. He actually just took me out straight up. Well, I'm picking up the odd kill. That's fine. I think character monologuing. Oh, like when I'm just like, when I'm not around other people, like when I just do my own little solo thing. It was a particularly good episode, right? Like, I think the teasers and like the hype was met. I love how tired and annoyed Scott sounded. Well, yeah, that was a weird one. Like, I felt like I wanted more from Scott there. He doesn't have to sound panicked or anything. He doesn't actually have to sound fearful, but I was just hoping for a little bit more out of that. It felt very flat, and it's not even that it needs to be super dramatic, but just like, right, the jig is up, just go with it. Like, do what Owen did and kind of go down the little sinister route, I think. Whereas they're just like sounding exhausted, kind of like, I don't know, it was killing the tension a bit. And there was a lot more of that, which is why I really trimmed down the fighting to more of the sword swinging rather than the standoff. Just because it kind of killed the vibe. At least from my perspective, it killed the vibe. So I was like, let's drop it down a bit. Oh, more scales. Little daily meter. So many cool monologues. Yeah, I mean, Owen was going crazy this week with the monologues. Jesus. Owen were going crazy. People seem to really enjoy it. So the only thing that I edited this week was that moment of the clash with the vampires. And then obviously me getting sent off the bridge and stuff. I did all the sound design for that and everything. So seeing some comments specifically about that made me a happy man. All right, let's have a scrap. Oh, whoops. Didn't realize the crossbow was already charged. I keep doing that. I keep accidentally, whoa, easy now. Oh, bollocks. Look at that. Literally half my health gone to one orb. That's why I can't do this, man. It's too much for me. Is he fighting someone down there? Nice. Oh, good little push off. There's someone just there. So Chavez, where you go? Oh, no, not quite. There's one. Where'd the other one go? Are they all dead? There's one more person alive. There they are. There they are. I want the kill. I want the kill. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Oh. I don't get it. The reach felt insane there. I even stopped going forwards and just walked sideways instead. And yet they still seem to be able to reach me, even though they'd already hit me and seemingly pushed me back with that first hit. That's why I sort of just kind of stopped trying there. I was like, what is happening? Don't get it. Ooh. Oh, that's going to be a good shot. Oh, it's Dom. I mean, Dom basically delivered himself to me there. Jesus. Oh, someone behind me, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there is. There we go. I'm going to see if I can go eat a little bit. Nice. Let's get back upstairs. Oh, that did not work as intended. I can't seemingly get up there. There you go. Jesus. Don't go for it. Whoa, easy now. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? Is there another one? There is. Oh. I tell you what, my hits just don't connect. It's like I'm swinging at fresh air. I don't get it. How did that guy not go down? I'm swinging like crazy. Nuts. Was the falling to death / accidental death solution in Vampires already established? Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't even necessarily a mistake, was it? It was just, that's just how it played out. Ooh, that poison's a nasty one. Like that, I don't get. How have I not even hit him for a second time? Yet somebody physically ran through me, and it's as though he ignored their hitbox and then just hit me. This is what I mean, man. I don't understand this shit. I don't understand Minecraft combat. I feel like everybody else can reach 5 blocks and they can hit me through other entities, sometimes through walls. I feel like they have a quicker reload time on their sword. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like they can do crits 3 times faster than I can. It's so weird. And I'm trying to look at it like objectively, and I'm literally like, you see me like react to stuff and I go, well, I tell you what, instead of pressing forwards, I'm going to sidestep instead. So I'm not just running and holding W at them, I'm doing something else. And it seems like no alteration to my movements reduces their capability to just fuck my life up. Like, it's really consistent. I don't get it. What FOV do you use? 90, which I think is pretty standard. I wouldn't want to change that. But these people are certainly within reach. It's just like, sometimes I can stand in front of someone, I can swing my sword, don't hit them. They stand in the exact same spot and swing, they hit me. It's like, eh. So getting the last hit is basically the rule for the vampires. Yeah, sorry, yeah, I got sidetracked there. Yeah, that's basically the rule. So environmental deaths. Oh, where'd you go? Yeah, environmental deaths are basically played out like that. Oh. Wow, God, see what I mean? They don't miss a beat. They don't miss a beat. Crazy. So yeah, environmental deaths into mobs and stuff like that. Humans will just remain human. And then I get the impression that it's supposed to be final hit from vampires. I think basically Minecraft's really annoying in the way that it logs information. So unless it can adequately in the chat say, blah de blah fell from a high place because of X player, that it tends not to do it. So yeah. And as we've witnessed, vampires don't die to silver swords, so I'm gonna have to try the theory of the stakes out sometime soon and see if that works. Issue is though, is those stakes are made of wood, so I don't know what kind of damage output they're gonna have. Oh. Really weird. Really weird, man. Swinging away, swinging away. 3 of them stacked up on the spot. Can still barely hit even one of them, maybe. I need help. There is one thing that comes up that on my Luna client when I launch it. It says something about polling rate on my mouse. Would that have any bearing on this? Or is that just more mouse sensitivity rather than anything like input-wise? I don't actually know what it means. I turned down your FOV effects. Is that in here? FOV effects. We're going for like 30 maybe? Oh no, I don't like that. I can't tell. I can't even tell if I'm sprinting now. Oh no, I really fucking hate that. Why did you tell me to do that? Oh, that's grim. No, 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 absolutely not. I thought that was going to be... I did damage to it. I don't mind taking now. But God, no. The FOV thing has to stay. Jesus. It feels like I'm walking. When I'm sprinting, I need to feel like I'm sprinting. That was probably the most consistent hitting I've ever done in my entire life in Minecraft. Good God. Oof. You all have such a great synergy together. Yeah, it's good. I mean, that's what Owen and Apo do best, right? They pick the right people for the right kinds of projects. Like, they know which people would lean into the roleplay more, and part of it was also the fact that it was going to be a YouTube-only series. That's obviously was part of the dictation on it as well. Did I finish a daily quest, or did it not award me anything? Because I've just picked up 7 kills, right? Is that not working? Weird. Also, no matter which universe, you don't escape the ding of the bells. What does that mean? Oh, do you mean the sound effects that play? So those are really clever. People may have figured it out already, but it's not some big secret. But basically, those sound effects signify. I think there's the bell sound effect, and there's the like, you know, the crows, and basically that's like an audio prompt to the players that we've got 10 minutes until break and 5 minutes till break. I think it's 10 and 5, something like that. But it's an in-world way of us knowing something to have an idea of when to, like, chill for a moment. Got it. Ooh, dear. Oh, shit, the bed. That's not good. Where are they? Are they up there? Or are they down there? No, you don't. No, you don't. We got this, boys. Let's get him. Let's get him. Let's get him. Ouchie. Get him with the cobwebs. I'm gonna do this. Gonna wait and heal for a moment, seeing as I can. Whoop. Oh, I really wanted to thread the needle there. Oh, you fucking little piece of shit. How many arrows does this guy have? Don't we have a limited supply of them on this map? I feel like he shot at least 3 down this way. He shot 2 up there on the side bridge. I just don't get how many arrows he had. I guess I've got 10, so maybe he's done that. I saw him shoot at least like 5 or 6. Oh, I guess you can pick them up, can't you? Fuck. I was thinking like, oh, they're gone after a little while. Bloody hell. Jesus. Nope, not a chance. I'm not getting done like that. Oh, what the hell? What's going on there? Nice, okay. Whoa. Oh, not quite. Oh, not quite. Come on, where are you? Whoa. Oh, you're trying to cobweb me as well. Okay, finally got one in that kind of encounter. I mean, I'm dead now, but still. Oh! I can't believe that first arrow didn't... the arrow, they were coming right through the center there, didn't hit. I just whiffed it ever so slightly. Maybe I do need to lower my sense. I feel like my sensitivity might just be a bit too high. Taking it down by like 7%. I don't know how much that's going to change anything. Man. Mouse DPI, maybe. The thing is, it's annoying because I'm happy with the sensitivity and everything. I feel like most of my issues don't stem from me not reaching the right spots. Fucking hell! That was 1 crit and then a tap. Damn, is that what a stone sword does? He literally came around the corner, crit me, and then did 1 little sneeze on me afterwards. I literally looked at my health bar and it had like maybe 2 hearts on it. Maybe you're just really shit. No, that's the problem. I think I am just really shit. But I'm not changing something like DPI because that, not only will that annoy me in game, but that will also annoy me just generally editing on my desktop. Like, my DPI obviously is Windows wide, so I don't want to mess with that too much because I feel like it's just going to ruin my entire workflow. You know what I mean? So that's why I've got to alter it in game, just on the game sensitivity rather than anything else. You also don't have armor. Yeah, no, but my issue, right, is that I don't have any armor, so that's why I get that 1 crit with a stone sword will take me that low. It's the fact when I do a crit to somebody else, I don't see any health move off of them. You know what I mean? Like, it feels really consistent that I will crit somebody and I'll see them go down maybe 2 notches of those red bars. Happens to me, 6 notches. Fucking wiped. Wiped immediately. That's the part that pisses me off. Is that it just goes. Whoop. That doesn't help! literally, I'm struggling enough as it is already. Why do... Oh, you know what? I don't know what to do. It literally froze for like 5 seconds. It froze for 5 seconds, then threw the pot on myself. Love that for me. Ow, ow, ow. I'm fucking dead. Yeah, there it is. Maybe we should not play Battle Box. Well, I'm starting to think that the quest isn't even filling anyway, which is even more annoying. Is there a difference between combat in MCCI and vanilla MC Live Series type combat? I don't think so, no. I think it's just vanilla. It just, for some reason, it always feels shit on here. Or on servers in general, quite honestly. Maybe it's a latency thing. Maybe that's what it is, but man. Stinky. Of course I got hit there. Of course I did, man. Of course I did. Of course that hits me as well. Fucking sick. Love that for me. Just fuck off, man. Give me a minute. Let me get away. I'm so low on health, dude. It's unreal. Fucking out. Where's the enemy? There's only one of them around. Oh, they're down there. Ooh. I'll go in and try and steal a kill. Oh yeah, God. Jesus. Pain and suffering and struggling. Woo. People have been using the alt server addresses the last few days because of lag and connection issues. Okay. Heh. Ow. Oh. Okay, I'm out. I'm gone. Where are they? Are they going back up there? They are. Whoa. Fuck me, I tell you what, the blast radius on potions is brutal. Keep fucking hitting myself. Okay, go on. Is that the team wiped? Damn. Right, well, I've picked up at least 3 kills in this match. So if we've not got quest completion this time around, I'm going to be very confused. And we're top team as well, which should mean that the weekly should be ticking up as well. Oh, it is working. All right, well, I kind of need to do it now. What's that? A sick shredded guitar. Go on. Okay, cool. Let's finish this daily, and then we'll swap out game. Does that sound good? New cosmetics. Lovely. So, yeah, so we'll knock out 2 more kills in Battle Box, and then we'll go on to a different game. Parkour Warrior Dojo. I want Survivor, if anything. Let's get to the other side. Hole in the wall. 20 games of hole in the wall. No chance. No. God, those weeklies are all horrific. I get that they're weeklies, but a weekly isn't like... I don't mind a weekly being a lot if it's actually a weekly, but at least from my experience the last couple of days, it seems like you get numerous weeklies. So, yeah, feels like a lot. Right, let's see what we can do. Have I played this map before? Graffiti? Don't know if I have. I hate ones that have risen middles, by the way, like with a passion. Do not like. Nice, good ding. Oh, oh. Sweet. Tried to put a stray arrow through there. Oh, oh, nice. Nice, dude. Actually, oh. Oh, play did put a block above my head there. Right, 1 more kill and we got our quest done. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, gosh. Up we go. Oh wait, yeah, chat. Let's figure this out together then. So for misadventures. So for misadventures, the 10 players that I have that are up for doing the Daggerheart stuff are Pixel Riffs, Sausage, Scott, Shelby, Ollie, Cam, Eloise, Sev, Avid, and Drift. I know that Scott's played a lot of D&D. Pix says that he's played a bunch of stuff and he runs a lot of tabletop RPGs. I feel like for ages, I feel like Ollie said that they used to play a bunch with like Lizzie and Joel and those lot. What we got? Nice. The one more about. All right, fair. They got it. It sounds like an amazing lineup, yeah, but I'm not looking to do a West Marches situation with it. I'm very much going to run separate sessions. I don't know if I could handle, or my overlays couldn't handle more than 4 people. I think party of 4 is sufficient. You know what I mean? What I will do actually is I can message them and tell them all to sign up to Demiplane. And then I can share them my thing. So content sharing, username or email address. Okay, cool. So if I do that, like a Daggerheart Nexus. For those of you wanting. I basically want them to all develop their character sheets, or they can use pre-mades. Like there are pre-gens available. I don't know what this song is, by the way. Whoa! Hello, Dom. You just walked straight into me, man. Oh, gosh. Oh, that was a good ding there. Where's Dom gone now, though? Dom over there. Sorry, Dom. Sorry, Dom. Wow. That was nuts. Oh, that's an interesting jump there. So you place your building blocks there to jump by placing it facing the ladder. Pretty cool. All right, that should be my daily done. Lovely. Anything else done? No. All right, let's go back to the lobby then. Let's go back to hub. All right, cool. This is the digital character sheet. Let me just remind myself. So can you make pre-mades in this? So if I click play now and I go to Daggerheart and I go to create character for Daggerheart, and then are the pre-gens there available? I swear they are, right? Pre-gen characters. Yeah, those pre-gen characters will work. How many is that? 2, 4. There are 6 pre-made. Pre-generated characters available. There we go. Smiley smile. Martin, have you assigned your MCCI factions yet? I don't know what my faction is currently. Let's have a look. My faction is currently... Oh, wait. Oh, we get a roll. Hold on. Wait. Wait. Let's do monster crate roll thing. I have 1 key. Do the pull. Let's see what we get. That's it. Pull out your snack. And I'm going to get a sandcastle crown. Go on. Hold on a minute. Let me put that bad boy on. Oh, I already own it, apparently. Huh? Since when? Sandcastle Crown Limited. I guess this is the one from the event rather than... Maybe this was already a pre-existent one. By the way, where is... Let me see. Cosmetics. Have they not updated the mod? The Island Utilities one? So you can see what cosmetics look like when they're on. I thought that was part of the MCC Island, like, Lunar launcher. Not sure. All right, got it. It's in progress though of being maintained, but it's a bit slow. Oh, okay, fair. Fair. Right, hold on a minute. What's this got for me? Why is this blinking? Seahorse friend. What the hell was that? Did I get that a second ago? Is that just in my cosmetics? Is it something I can have? Hold on. Special collection. Oh, little seahorse friend. That's a big ass seahorse. Jesus Christ. That's giving Horsey from Pokemon. What was the question? Is that green or someone who looks like him? I don't know what you mean. What are you talking about? Right, let me see real quick. So we got all these sea scales. Let me go back to the start of the hub. Oh, I'm already in the hub. I just wanted to go back to the start of the island, but the statue's in the way. Right, so from this shop here, what would I want to spend my shells on? There's a mythic quest scroll, which is tempting. Ultimate cosmetic key and basic cosmetic key. Like, surely mythics are the way to go, right? But is a mythic reward crate just, it gives you loads of materials? It doesn't give you a cosmetic, does it? It's just materials for making probably mythic cosmetics. It's coins and materials. Ooh. Maybe I'll buy one. I'll buy one and see if I can pop it on. Where is it? If I go to my quest log and do this one and do a mythic. There you go. What sort of quest is that? Obviously just the one quest. Perform 2 advanced completions in under 4 minutes. Place top 8 in 7 rounds to get to the other side. We can do some tug toss. Why not? I like to get to the other side. Let's have a look at the quest here. Place 8 in 7 rounds as well. Lovely. And punch 48 chickens. I'll take it. We'll do some tug toss for a bit. What's this guy doing? I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling. Boink. Someone in the chat. Past life winner. Facts. Facts. That is true. Oh gosh, it's this map. All right, cool. Right, there we go. And then what we'll do is we'll play a few rounds of this. Then I want to have a little dabble on the Daggerheart stuff for a moment. And then we'll go back to Island, yeah? Does that sound good? Tell you what, chat, my body is aching. I'm dreading how I'm going to feel tomorrow. Oh, that is a green skin just there. Nice. No. Sorry, seahorsey friend. Oh my god. Oh, I don't like that. The seahorse cosmetic gets stuck in the camera frame when you do that. Oh, fuck me. That's completely through. I couldn't see where I was going. Why does it do that? Why does it do that? That's not happened with any of my other cosmetics. What the hell? Third life loser A. Hold on a minute now. Oh, so you could technically skip that. Oh, fuck off. What are the chances that I'm here and somebody still bumps into me? God damn. All right, 6th place. Okay, good. I mean, given that there's only... Oh, no, to be fair, there are more people than I thought. Where are these other, like, 7 participants that it's talking about, though? Oh, they are there. Are they all just AFK or what? Do they keep falling? Oh, no, they are there. They're just struggling. Fair. All right. All right, so let me run you through what I've got so far. So I've added in and parts of this I won't tell you just because it'll be fresh to you. I don't want like those of you that are here regularly to be fully to be spoiled on stuff. But instead of looking for a wizard now, we're actually going to be looking for a person who goes by the title the Tinkerer. The Tinkerer. So that's what's going to be happening instead. I've also changed the way in which I've introduced each player into like the world and the scene, and there is a little character that they might be able to, oh gosh, they might be able to get as an assistant. Oh my god, how bro, how? I literally tilted the camera so far down. I don't get. Oh, I can't even climb up. The Tinkerer, yeah, that's what it's called. And you know what's going to happen is one person's not going to be listening properly, and they're going to think that I said the Tinkerer, and I can just hear it now. I can hear them all chuckling to themselves. Oh gosh. Whoop. My FFE feels crazy right now. What's going on there? All right, 5th place, good. I just need a bunch of 7th places. So yeah, so instead they're going to be looking for the Tinkerer. The thing that I want to figure out is when they're in Merriport and they're going around the places. So like I want it to be that they can either go down to the docks, they can go into the Wild Rose Tavern, they can go into the Copper Golem Tavern, or they can go into the marketplace, I suppose, are the main locations they can go to. And if they go into the Wild Rose Tavern, I want it to be that it's just generic townsfolk are in there. But I do wonder about whether, with both the docks and the taverns, whether to introduce the potential, like, I'll have a vibe of the Scarlet Veil being in there. So do people remember the Scarlet Veil in Misadventures? They're basically like cloaked and masked figures that sort of scurry around Merriport. And you can do quest lines for them. And if you do, you lose reputation with... oh, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew that was going to happen. God damn it. Nice. Oh, that... Oh, no, I might be able to save myself. I can save myself. Nice. Right. You guys need to stop doing too much. That'll do. Nice. Cool. Oh, that's sneaky, man. Sneaky, man. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Save me, save me, save me, save me. That'll do, that'll do, that'll do. Oh, I'm still not high enough yet. Come on, I'm in. 9th place. Shit. That's not what I needed. But yeah, I don't know whether to introduce the Scarlet Veil in some capacity. Whether they have to notice that they're being watched by the Scarlet Veil, or whether the Scarlet Veil would reveal any information, or what. You know what I mean? I like the idea that maybe the Scarlet Veil are keeping tabs on them, and maybe like they catch them off guard, or they can use them to get information or something, or maybe, you know what I mean? I'm trying to think of whether I can incorporate them in some way. I'm worried about oversaturating the references in here, and the Scarlet Veil could be saved for a future adventure or a future Daggerheart thing, you know what I mean? It's about figuring out how much to put in before ruining everything. Or without it making it just feel like it's like a Ready Player One like reference bonanza. That's what I want to avoid doing. Ooh, gosh. My word. Oh. It's like an impress spacebar at all, isn't it? At all. Oh, fuck me. There's got to be something going on, man. This feels like client side. I feel like it's something that's happening on my end, but I'm like, I want to have that overlay where it shows you what keys I'm pressing. So you can see that I'm not like bullshitting. I press the keys so often and nothing occurs. It's exhausting. Hint at them being in the world, but not something they can interact with yet. Yeah, that's true. That's true. 4th place, that's better. Yeah, maybe we won't have the Scarlet Veil. We can save those for a later date. I like the idea of doing something with the Scarlet Veil and the Withered Hand and some kind of clash happening between the two of them. That could be fun. I'd have to ask Sausage, like, what his imaginings are for the Withered Hand and how secretive they are. Because obviously, on the server, the curtain's been pulled back on them. Oh, wow, Scott's already done it. Let's do it. Grant stuff. Smager. Share content. Drifty. How did Drift get the name Drifty? That's crazy. There we go. Oh, gosh. Oh, that's a lot of punching going on already. I can't see shit. Oh, up we go. Oh, gosh. I'm so sorry, whoever this is. Oh, they survived it. Cheeky. Oh, not quite. Oh, I nearly stole the first. I tried my best. I tried to take him. Content sharing. Bam and bam. How's Daggerheart planning being? Got the Misadventures one-shot planned out. So that's what I was talking about just a second ago. So I'm figuring out at the moment what sort of stuff to have them interact with in Merriport. So the beats are story starts in Orchidia, drama happens, they go to Merriport, and there's a reason they go to Merriport, which I haven't actually told you on stream, so I'll keep that one like under wraps. I want to keep you guys like somewhat spoiler free from it, just from like the narrative beats a little bit, but like the main building blocks of it you know of. And then I'm deciding what to do when they're in Merriport. I kind of just want to lean into improvising more there, but the main goal that they have when in Merriport is finding out where the Tinkerer is. And the Tinkerer is a real character in the world of Misadventures. They're not called the Tinkerer, but they're a real person who I'm going to guide them to. And that person does exist in world at that location already. And I won't even say what the location is. But when they get to that location, I'm going to do a sinkhole that opens up. And basically, when that sinkhole opens up, they've got to roll an agility saving throw, I suppose. Ooh, go on. Oh, dear. Oh, no. It's all gone wrong. Come on. Let me through. There you go. Oh, bloody hell. Let's see if we can slipstream this at all. Okay, good. Nice. Oh, what the... Oh, it's a space bar, man! I swear my space bar doesn't work. I'm literally holding space, so I don't understand how I didn't jump there. I don't get it. I'm literally holding the key down. I've been space barring for yonks. I'm getting pushed off here for sure. Oh, gosh. Oh, my God. I managed to nab the 7th for the quest. Thank God. Oh, jeez. Oh, it's top 8 in 7 rounds. Okay, we're fine. It's not spoilery. Can we get a description of the Tinkerer? I want to make art like I did with the Archivist from the Back and Fork campaign. I mean, maybe it's not that much of a spoiler. Maybe I can just tell you who it is. And something actually that's really cool about this is I shifted lanes when I was doing research the other day. And I learned, and I don't know if they're in the library. Maybe Cam hasn't been able to get a hold of them because Joey hasn't logged on in ages. Share with sausage. Bam. What was I going to say? But I learned that basically, if you look on, where is it? The Lush Copper Mine Misadventures. According to this, Joey found a bunch of books there. Like, look, there's like readables that were there. So there's like the Golden Elixir book, Mastering Copper Golem Mining, Storage for Dummies, Bone Quest. So they're like, there are all these books that are there that are obviously written by Lizzie, I would assume. And I wanted to incorporate elements of that in, which is why I made the sidestep to having the location being there. And the Tinkerer is basically Victor. So Victor Blackthorn is the character that the players are trying to ascertain exists and where their location is from. Oh, bollocks, I really thought I had that then. When they're in Merriport. Rather than the wizard tower that Ren made, I thought I want to go for something just a little bit different. So that's basically what the deal is there. Oh gosh. All right, let's see what happens here. Oh, there are feet here. That's good. Boink, boink, boink. That'll do. Nice. So that's who they're going to go and meet. And then he will basically... So the reason he's called the Tinkerer, I won't fully reveal for now. But he's going to then send the players on a journey to go to... I don't even know what the location is called. What's it called? Is it called Tadpole Rest? Misadventures? Is that what it's called? Tadpole's Rest? What's it called? Where is it? Where's that tab that I had open a second ago? Tadpole. Tadpole's Rest. It is Tadpole's Rest. Okay, cool. And then what I'm thinking is the players basically have a choice of, on the Misadventures map, you've got the copper mine here, you've got the fungal woods here, and Tadpole's Rest is off to the side. So I almost want to say to the players, do you want to try braving crossing the river and going in through the top of the fungal woods, or do you want to track back just a little bit and take the main road, like follow the Road Builders Guild roads, which is a lot safer, and go that way? And then what I was thinking was, is if they go in through the top of the fungal forest island, either they can encounter the creaking and the whole pale wood situation, or maybe that's where the Scarlet Veil would then kind of get on their case a little bit. Oh my god, Jesus, what am I looking at? Oh my god, what am I looking at? Oh Christ. This is a weird map, my dude. Okay, you go back that way. This is very different. I like the verticality on this. I can't see. Your hat is so fucking big, it gives you an advantage. That's nuts. Oh, there goes Dom. Go on, Lily. Forward you go. Come on. Ah, not quite. Oh, you have to tuck in there. Crazy. I like that map. Get that one in the event. That one's cool. But yeah, I was thinking maybe we could incorporate in a creaking fight. I did have a look, and the D&D module that came out for Minecraft doesn't have the creaking in it. I think it has like Blaze, Enderman, Creeper, Skeleton. I want to see Wolves as well, and Enderman. I think I might have already said Enderman. So I would maybe have to create like a custom mob for that encounter and have a couple of them. Or it could be a mixture. It could be a mixture of the Scarlet Veil and the other guys. Or it could be a case of, in their journey going from Merriport, or from the Tinkerer back to go to Orchidia, maybe the Scarlet Veil jump them on the way, on the roads. But it feels like the woods would be a better location for the Scarlet Veil to try and take them out. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to think of how to do that. Pix is all set up as well. Gosh, everyone's getting on this really quick. But what do you think? Do you think? Because the idea is that if they're going through the north of the fungal forest or whatever, that will be an encounter with Creaking / Scarlet Veil. And then if they go in from oh wait, we're going here. Oh geez, can't see. Oh, there's early birds. Oh, shit. Oh, you fuck. Whoever's dressed like green, you've done me there. Oh, bollocks. Oh, my. Oh, I've already fucked it. Why did I even go back if I didn't have to? Oh, no. Oh, got it. Oh, my mythic quest is done as well. Let's go. What else finished up? Oh, unless that was it. Let me go back to Hub real quick. There we go. Nice. Okay, cool. Let me see. Where is it? In there. Did I get a mythic crate? I've got 2 mythic reward crates at the minute. So what sort of stuff do I get? Crystallized Sunset, legendary, which is good. A basic cosmetic key. So how do I use that? I've got 3 ultimates as well. Oh, you use them on crate. Oh, okay. This is cool. Let's have a look. So I've got 3 keys, 30% chance of an exclusive on all pools. 1% arcane chance on mythic pools. God, to have something arcane would be crazy. Shift click to pull 3. Go on then. Oh, I love him. He's the old school. He's the OG. Got that already. Oh, that's a nice one. The Lollipop Staff Sticky. Let's have a look. Hold on. God, where is it? Lollipop Staff Sticky. Where's that gone? Oh, is it as a blueprint? Oh, that one has exclusive on it as well. Oh, let's go and make it. Let's have a look. Yeah, so any of these that I've got exclusive, I'll probably want to make, right? What do I need? Frigid sapphires and rare power shards. So rare power shards are going to be here. Rare power shard, bang, bang, and bang. And then what was it? Frigid sapphires I needed. Frigid
Stream could always
sapphires.
use more subscribers.
I get 2 for now. We'll just quickly see what the rest of the recipes required. They needed so 1 power shard. That should be all good. And then another one. I think I need maybe just 1 more purchase of the sapphires. That should be good. Nice. Okay, got it. I think what I'll do is I'll quicken up the time on the fusion forge if I can. 19 minutes. 9 minutes, bam. Got it. All right. Now we can pop all these on the cook. There you go. Oh, wrong button. And that one as well. Sick. We got it. Nice. Cool. Right. So those people are all set up and everything, which is good. So yeah, Tadpole's Rest. I need to figure out what we're doing here. So Tadpole's Rest is where we were going to do the agility course. So the idea is that the players have to roll, and we were looking at an environment block for that. There was one environment block which was from the core set, which was like, where is it? Environment. Here we go. Which one was it? It was, I'm sure it's called like River or something. Is it River? Raging River, that was the one. I wondered whether Raging River might work, and then we just change it slightly. But then this does also list off like potential adversaries as well. So that's where I got a little bit stuck before. And I think if I go to Fresh Cut Grass as well, freshcutgrass.app, nice. Manage, we've got the Fungal Forest. So we've got the Fungal Forest, which was this fight. Does it say what the difficulty of it is? I swear this website used to tell me the difficulty of certain fights. Why do I feel like that's gone? Oh, no, it's down there. Look, it's 5 out of 14. I mean, that's saying it's going to be a really easy fight, which is my only concern at the moment. Like, are you supposed to put a Rot Lord with other stuff? Where was it? Caustic Fungus. I mean, we could make it harder by maybe tiering them up to like tier 2. But it still says 5 out of 14. I guess it's just because they are basically a one-shot. We could always add in something else, but I don't know what other kind of like fungusy, mushroomy type mobs there are. So they go and see Victor. They have a chinwag with him. He sends them off towards the, what's it called? Tadpole's Rest. Let me rename that. Rename Act 6 is Tadpole's Rest. There we go. And then we've got the Fungal Woods. So the Fungal Woods has the Rot Lord fight. Rot Lord fight if they take the main road. There might be custom mushroom adversaries. Let's have a look. Homebrew. Check here. Mush. Mushroom entanglement. This is exploration. Overgrown battlefield. Passive. There has been a struggle here. A player can make an instinct roll to identify evidence of that struggle. On a success with hope, learn all 3 pieces of information below. On a success with fear, learn 2. On a failure, a PC can mark a stress to learn 1 and gain advantage on the next action roll to investigate the environment. A PC with an appropriate background or experience can learn additional details and ask follow-up questions. So, poison roots. Pick a point within the area. All targets within very close range of that point must succeed on an agility roll and become restrained. Oh, wait. Or take 1d8 plus 3 physical damage and become restrained. Restrain creatures until they're freed with a successful finesse or strength roll, or by dealing at least 6 damage to the vines. Hey, what? Restrain creatures until they're freed with a successful finesse or strength roll, or by dealing at least 6 damage to the vines. Right, okay. And then disturbance is spore pods swell in the ground, pulsing heartbeats explode within close range. It's not quite what we're going for. I mean, there is a mushroom forest here. Which could be interesting. At a certain time of night. Well, part of this as well is that we're going to be having the players go near Maeve's cottage, which is the reason why the Rot Lord exists in the first place. I mean, I do like that this one actually comes with a difficulty. Did the previous one? Oh yeah, difficulty 11. Ah, that's cool. That's the thing. I never know what to set the difficulty at, but setting it at 14 would probably work quite well. Fungal dragon. Jesus Christ. I don't think we want to go quite that far just yet. Giant mushroom. Oh no, that's an environment again, or a traversal, sorry. Exploration. There's a horde mob. What do hordes look like? A mushroom swarm. Actually. Let's have a look. When the swarm has marked half or more of their HP, their standard attack deals 1d4 plus 2. Okay. So why does its attack 0? Is that just it has no modifiers to its attack? So it rolls and then you don't add any pluses to it or minuses. You just take the roll at face value. It's like a d20 there would be a 12 to hit their evasion. Oh, I tell you what, just before that, there was... Oh, no, it's fine, it's fine. Where was it again? Where was that thing? Yeah, mushroom swarm. Camouflage +2. Ooh. Any creature that makes contact with the mushroom has 1d4 mushrooms attached to them. If a target has 3 or more mushrooms attached to them, they are made vulnerable. Oh. If they have 9 or more, they are restrained. All mushrooms can be removed by succeeding a finesse roll. 12 plus the number of mushrooms, or by attacking them, difficulty 12. On a miss, the attack will hit the affected creature. That's kind of fun. So these are literally individual mobs, these swarm mushrooms. Let's add it to the library and see how it would fit in a combat scenario. So if I go back to... Let me just go back to the main page. So let's remove the caustic fungus because they'll just be added in as and when. How do I remove them properly? There you go. And then what was it called again? It was mush. That was it. Morning Star Mushroom Swarm. So if it add in, say, 2 of them. It says horde size 24. That's the part I don't quite understand. Like, what does that mean? Do I need to look up horde mobs on Demiplane? Let's have a look. Game rules, adversary features, maybe? I just need to look up, like, adversary types. Maybe if I just search the word horde and see what it says. I feel like I've forgotten what a horde is in Daggerheart. When the horde has marked half or more of their HP, their standard attack deals X damage instead. Horde, here we go. Whether a swarm of rats beneath a tavern or a pack of wolves prowl in the forest, a horde represents a massive group of enemies in an easy-to-run way. Okay, so horde's a group of weaker enemies. They deal high damage initially, but less once they've marked at least half of their hit points. Many of them have interesting passives or reactions that capture their role in the fiction. Every horde has the horde passive, which is unique to this adversary type. Okay. So it gives an example here. So it says a zombie pack. So the zombie pack shares the same health, I suppose. I just don't know how I would represent that on the board. You know what I mean? I'm curious how that would work on the on the screen. What's that? Oh no, that's fine. So hordes a group of weaker enemies. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, cool. So hordes also have a unique notation of Y/HP next to their type in their stat block. The Y represents the number of creatures represented by each hit point. Oh, wait, what? The Y represents the number of creatures represented by each hit point. For example, 2/HP means every hit point represents 2 members of the horde. Oh, right. So when that one said that the mushroom one has 24 of them, it has 12 HP as a result? Oh, yeah, because look, it doesn't actually list a health count. It's just a number of them. Interesting. Okay, cool. So what's their one? Does it say? It says horde size is 24. So I guess it has 12 HP, I suppose. HP is 6. Oh, wait. So wait, if it's 6, then we're saying that there are... I guess there are 4 of them? Where's the HP on this guy? That's the... Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I'm so stupid. Okay. So in that case, then, if it's 6 HP... 4 slash... Where is this 4 slash HP? I don't see it. Or is it because 4 6s are 24? Is that what we're saying? I don't get how to run this. I don't get how to do it. Let's have a look at this one as an example. For example, if a PC deals 2 hit points to the horde, they take down 4 enemies with their attack. Hordes work well in the theater of the mind play because you only need to use a single unit in combat to represent many foes. Oh, okay, so there'll be a single marker on the map. Understood. Okay. The zombie pack is a good example of how to capture them. Okay. I think it's because that one there has that. Does that have it? Yeah, that's the thing. It's not in the name of this one. I guess because where it's a custom one made by somebody. So if there's 24 in the horde, and we're saying they've got 6 health, I suppose you just want to divide that equally. So 6 HP, 2 HP. So would that be 3 zombies then? That doesn't sound like much of a pack. I suppose 3 makes a pack. Are there any default hordes on there? Let's check. Roll horde. So like pirate raiders, for example. So the size of the horde is 12. There's 4 HP. And that's that. So if it has 4 HP and there's 12 horde, if you're dividing it equally, I guess it's... If you did 1 HP of damage, you've taken out 3 of them. And then 2 is 6. And then so on and so forth. I suppose that's what it would be, right? You just do a divisible. Yeah, I suppose that's the way it works. So if I added one of these, oh, which I already have done actually. How difficult does it say that combat encounter is? It's still saying 6 of 14. But then this guy is also going to spawn some like caustic mobs as well, isn't it? So even if he spawns say like 2 or 3 or whatever. Oh, it barely moves up to a 6.5. That's fine. Whatever. Okay. I almost want to play this with chat, like as a test. So Morning Star Mushroom Swarm. So we're saying that there's 24 of them, and each HP represents 4 of them. Don't count its spawned mobs as additional. That's part of its difficulty. Oh wait, that's already enveloped inside of here, is it? That it can spawn them. They add the difficulty in there because of that. It's more just this encounter seems very easy. But I don't know what you're supposed to try and hit in terms of difficulty. Are you supposed to try and hit the 14? Because I think when you start adding random stuff, if I had like 5 of them. Oh, that didn't actually do anything. Oh, that's because it was exploration. Wait. So if I add in like 4 of them, so that's deadly. 2 of them is deadly. 1 of them It's just the fact it says very easy. You know what I mean? That's the thing that throws me. If I add one ranger in, that still says easy. And as soon as you add 2, challenging. Maybe put the Rot Lord up to a 2-star. That might work. Upscaling. Still sits at a 6 or 4. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the difficulty changes when you upscale it. Difficulty is calculated from the number of players. Let me open up the rulebook real quick. We'll have a look. See what it says. Let's see. Where would it be? Core mechanics. Where's the bit that talks about adversaries? Adversaries and environments. 193. Let's have a look. So this is long-term storytelling, adversaries, experiences, types, choosing adversaries. Okay, here we go. Battle guide. When planning a battle, start with the following formula to calculate how many battle points you should spend. 3 times the number of PCs in combat plus 2. The fuck is this song? Can I get an instrumental only playlist? There we go, nice. So this is saying 3 times the number of PCs in combat plus 2. So yeah, so the difficulty 14 there syncs up. But where are the battle points decided? Where's that decision made? Does it tell you somewhere on the creature? Oh, I see. Wait, hold on. So spend 1 point for each group of minions equal to the size of the party. 1 point on each social or support adversary. Spend 2 points for each horde. Range skulk. 3 points for a leader, 4 for a bruiser, and 5 for a solo. Right. Okay. This makes more sense. So we got a bruiser, which is then... So the bruiser is 4 points, which makes sense. And then we've got a horde, which is going to take it up to 6 points, which, yeah, that I understand that now. Okay, so we can flesh out this combat a bit more then. I suppose maybe we have a support going. Supports only add 1 point though. They're not that much more like deadly. Jagged knife hexer. That's the thing. There's quite limited in terms of options. I mean, if we wanted to push this up to closer to maybe say like a 10, we could add a bruiser. Sorry, we've already got a bruiser and a horde. Maybe we could add a leader. What we got? There's the Thistlefolk Thief. Ooh, that could work. A young dryad. So if we were to add one of you, a 9 out of 14, I think that sounds pretty good. Because this is going to be their first proper combat. Because they'll have a little combat encounter at the beginning of the day, which is more to ease them into the mechanics of the game. And then this one will be their first proper scrap. And then they'll have a break where they do the agility stuff over at Tadpole's Rest. And then after that, they will then make their way over to Orchidia, where they'll have a big final fight, which in itself will be a lot trickier. I feel like a 9 out of 14 would be pretty decent. I mean, we could also add in one more support potentially. I find having adversaries or environments that you can spend fear to summon more adversaries with very useful, as you can adjust mid-combat to make it harder. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So like 9 out of 14 would be good. And then the Rot Lord could then start bringing in the caustic thingy-majiggies. And then that ups the ante a little bit. Like, you know, how many is it the Rot Lord spawns in again? Not envelop. Conjure 2 caustic fungus. So each time that happens, it creeps up by 0.5, and he can just kind of keep doing that. Yeah, and also this is going to be a lot of people's first time playing Daggerheart, so I don't want to go too crazy with it. Okay, I like that fight. I think that's good. So I think that fight would work. The Dryad is interesting. I can have it be that the Dryad is maybe... the Dryad can maybe be the one who's causing the Rot Lord to exist. Does that make sense? Like, I was thinking basically that, like, Maeve Emberheart, the fight would happen not far from her cottage. So it could even be that this Dryad is like an understudy of Maeve and those dark magics, is what I was thinking thematically. And that's why she lives in a giant mushroom and she's teaching them the ways of doing all that sort of stuff. So I feel like thematically that sits nicely. So maybe we'll keep that. I like that for that fight. So we've got a 9 out of 14 there. Then we've got the Orchidea Fountain, which is the one at the very beginning. Which, how does that look difficulty-wise? That's like a 7. So there's Great Water Elemental. There's a Rat Mount as well, which may join in for the scrap. If I was to get rid of that, that's a really easy fight. Okay. Rats. Where's it gone? Oh, is it gone? Did I... What was it we renamed? I swear the rat was like a custom one we did, wasn't it? Didn't we rework one? Homebrew. Oh, maybe not. It was a bear we renamed as a rat. Yeah, but where's it gone? Maybe I just renamed it here. Maybe I just did a bear and then renamed it there, maybe. Oh no, you can't seem to rename it there. So I must have made a custom adversary, right? Oh, is that a thing? The player sheet? Let me look at that. Oh, people can just roll their dice in there. That's pretty cool. Ah, it gives you like a little play screen. So people can go like, oh yeah, roll d20, bang. Nat 1, fantastic. That's funny. Okay, so just change the name once it was in. Don't know why you can't do it this time. Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? I mean, we can just do it from here, right? We can do bear, add, use template, rat mount, save, and then if I go back to this encounter, edit encounter, boop, rat mount, add in. Boom. Yeah, so we got a 7 out of 14, a 9 that can creep up to 9.5, 10, and then the final battle should be really intense and a lot more difficult to deal with, which would be beneath Orchidea. And what's the difficulty on this fight? So this is an 8 out of 14 currently. So you've got the Conduit Mage. We've got its 3 avatars. That might even also be fine, because the mage is going to have some bullshit it can do with other stuff as well. I suppose what I'd like to do next is make the creaking. So if we're going to have the creaking or the Scarlet Veil scenarios, that would be really good to have as well. So if I go to manage, if I go to... let's call this one Scarlet Veil Ambush. I mean, we have ambushes here, don't we? Like... I love that we're using misadventures locations. Yeah, we got quite a few of them in here. So this is an environment. Okay. Where did they come from? When a PC starts the ambush on unsuspecting adversaries, you lose 2 fear, and the first attack roll a PC makes has advantage. Oh, interesting. So, like, I guess you can add that in. That doesn't really do much, though. A creaking would be interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like how you would design the mob for a creaking though. I guess you need almost like some kind of like stalker kind of creature. You know what I mean? Category beast maybe. Skulk. What's a skulk type of mob? Is this adventure going to be for the same group as last time? It's not, no. It's going to be with a bunch of new people. So basically a load of people from the Misadventures server. We're going to be running them through this, which will be fun. While hidden, make an attack on success, deal 2d10 plus 2 physical And then become hidden until the stalker attacks. What am I searching for? Rotten Balm. Let me set to all. The Rotten Balm. Okay, here we go. The Rotten Balm can be spotlighted up to 2 times per GM turn. Spend a fear as usual to spotlight. At the beginning of combat, each player must succeed on a presence reaction roll or lose a hope. If they cannot lose a hope, they mark a stress. Okay. Mark a stress to make an attack roll against all targets within far range. Jesus. Any targets you succeed against take 2d6 physical direct damage and must succeed on a presence reaction roll. You gain a fear for each failed roll. And then there's a reaction. When it takes damage from an attack within melee range, the attacker must make a strength reaction roll or become restrained. The attacker can clear the condition on its next turn by either marking a stress or making a strength action roll. And I'm assuming that strength action roll has to succeed 14, right, for the general difficulty. So I'll pull this bar down so you can see fresh cut grass is the URL. That does sound pretty good, doesn't it? The Rotten Balm would be very good as a creaking mob. Let's give that a try. Turn sync on. So let's do this one actually. Let's rename this and call this the Pale Oak Woods. What was it called again? Balm. The Rotten Balm. There you go. Add. So it's a 5 out of 14 currently. I mean, maybe we combine the two. Maybe we have it be that the Scarlet Veil stuff happens at the same time as this. So if they go the mushroom way, that's a big fight with mushrooms and wizards and all that sort of stuff. Whereas if they go this way, the Creaking are doing their thing, as well as that's two. Or it could just be 2 Creaking. I don't know what you want to do with that. What do you think would work better? We could always add that environment as well. What was it? What was it? Which one was it? It wasn't Open Veil, was it? No, not Underground Cave. Abandoned Grove. No, that's not the one. Do we reckon 2 Creaking is enough? Or do we think 1 Creaking and then some regular enemies? That's it, Jagged Knife. Let's type in Jagged Knife. So we could throw in some Jagged Knife people here. It's like the Creaking is the big distraction and the big scary, but then these guys are coming in to kind of capitalize on it. I feel like that would be better. Let's just start adding stuff and see what happens with the difficulty. Oof, that difficulty jumped, didn't it? What's this one? A nimble scoundrel bearing a wicked knife and utilizing shadow magic to isolate targets. Ooh. That sort of thing sounds better, doesn't it? Maybe we pop that up to 2. That sounds decent enough, right? When the shadow succeeds on a standard attack that has advantage. Wait, what? A standard attack that has advantage? Attacks made while hidden from this feature have advantage. Become hidden until after the shadow's next attack. You can always flavor the knife bandit to be some sort of plant. No, I don't mind them being these guys. What about if I take that down to 1 of each? That could work. A shadow and a bandit. When the bandit succeeds on their attack from above, they deal 1d10 physical damage instead of their standard damage. That could work. One shadow, one bandit, and essentially a creaking. Creaking. Oh, I see. That's where I must have renamed it before. Scarlet Veil Shadower. Or Shadow. Scarlet Veil Bandit. So the idea is they cloak to get advantage, then backstab for extra damage. But how do they get unveiled then from being cloaked? So they enter combat. They spend they spend a fear to. Oh, do you have to spend a fear to do that? That's the thing. Sometimes I'm a bit confused on when you spend fear. I thought there was an icon for that. I guess you just have to spend a fear to activate a mob regardless, right? Can the players take an action to look for them and uncloak them, maybe? That's what I was wondering. I suppose maybe they could, and it would be a... I guess they would just do a duality dice roll with a difficulty of 12 to, like, unveil them. So that, for me, was an 11... and if we were looking at characters, like if I've got Rendrago, where is he? So he would probably do an instinct roll, I suppose. I guess that's what it would be. You do an instinct roll, which is a 14. So I suppose that would succeed in unveiling them. Do you move their location though, do you think, or no? They use an action on their spotlight, whether or not you spent a fear to spotlight them. The next turn, they get the extra damage. Okay. And then just their base attack anyway is a d4 plus 4. Actually, is that a d4? Oh, yeah, sorry. So, because it says attack plus 1, it would be, I'd roll the d20, which is 12. Then you add this 1 to make it 13. If that does meet or beat their evasion... for 13, then they can do this. Or if they're undercover, do they get to negate this? I suppose not, right? That's just a passive as well. So when the shadow succeeds on a standard attack, that has advantage. Oh, wait. So when they're hidden... Oh, wait. So hold on. So the first attack was what? Did I say 12? And then that one's not 6. So then you would... That's how... No, advantage is plus a d6, isn't it? That's right. So that's a 3. And then you plus a 4. That makes it 7. So obviously that would be a shit roll. And then they're revealed after that point. Okay, I understand how that mob works now. So they can do their regular attack, or they can choose the cloak. And that is just a regular action. Doesn't actually cost any fear in order to do that. So that's good. It's just how they get spotlighted. So they'll go into the shadows. Now... When they go into the shadows, do we relocate them? Or I like the idea that when they go into the shadows and they go cloaked, I will hide the icon on the screen and then reveal them. And they could have moved since then. I like the idea because, I mean, technically they can always move within close range, can't they? So that would be fun. I almost like the idea of having 2 shadows in that case. You know what I mean? I kind of want to have 2 shadows because they're fun. They'll be fun and really annoying to play with. So you got these 2 shadows that are coming around. You got a creaking which had like a sneaky presence to begin with, but is now very blatant and out in the field. And then it goes from there. So you've almost got two annoyingly moving parts, and then the rest goes from there. We could try that. We can just try it and see how it would play out. That works for me. And then just so I understand the creaking then. So at the beginning of combat, each player must succeed a presence, reaction roll, or lose a hope. If the player cannot lose a hope, they mark a stress. Then you can always rule that a player can use an action to look for them against their difficulty and reveal them if they're found. Yeah. Meaning they get no bonus damage. Yeah, that is also true. I could even have like a little rule in my head that they can't use cloaked like repeatedly. Maybe I could have it as a rule in my head that each time they use cloaked and then they use backstab, I in my head can decide, right, well, there's a cool off of 1 turn, so the next turn they just have to do a regular attack, and then the next turn after that they can go cloaked again. You know what I mean? I can kind of just play it as I go at the time, because in that way it's not just a case of cloaked, revealed by player, and then suddenly they cloak again immediately, because that will feel like a real waste of the player's turn. But if they can keep them uncloaked for a moment, then that would be good. Or we could even play it by, it's dependent on whether they get a success with fail or with fear or hope and stuff like that. That can be cool. So yeah, we got Creaking Woods then set up as a battle scenario. Sick. So we got Creaking Woods for the top of the Fungal Forest. We've got the Fungal Forest itself for the other fight. And then... Oh, let me change this to Maeve's Apprentice. Maeve's Apprentice. Nice. And then we've got this Morningstar Mushroom thing. So that is 6 HP for 24. So it's 4 HP, 4 Horde per HP. And that's just how you describe it by voice. And then we've got all that going on, which is fun. So then that's that fight done. And then it's about whether we feel like the final fight is interesting enough. So the final fight would be beneath Orchidia. So at the minute we've got Conduit Avatars, which are the water elementals. So they've got their whole thing that they can do. And then we've got the mage as well, which can do a bunch of stuff. I reckon that works. I reckon that's fine. And then I think aside from that, I think we're all good. I think that's all the combat encounters that exist. So that's good. Then this one again is 7 out of 14. The rat mount doesn't even necessarily come into play, potentially. It all depends how the narrative plays out on that one. Sick. Okay, this is exciting. We got that. Now, the final thing that I want to figure out is the environment thing. So this Raging River situation, like the agility thing. I think there was some custom mods on the homebrew on here. Agility. Where is it? Environments. But basically the idea that I that I had for this is that basically they are trying to get across like a stretch of bamboo. So there's bamboo that they're trying to run across the top of. They've got to try and do their best to get across it. So it's going to be lots of agility rolls, I think. Like, how does it work with this? So this is... it's the fact that it says potential adversaries. And then that's where I would bring in the... That's where I'd bring in, like, the little guys. So let's add a new encounter. Let's call this one Tadpole Challenge. And then for this one, I guess it's going to be a... I mean, I feel like the Thistlethoak might actually be good for this. I feel like I almost need to add like a custom thing onto them now. Oh, actually, did I do it before? Did I add a custom one? Hold on. Where was it? Manage, Homebrew, Ribbit Apprentice. That's why I added. Encounter, Tadpole Challenge, Ribbit Apprentice. There it was. I think I had like 4 of them in here or something. Although technically we don't really need that many of them. When successfully landing an attack on a player atop the bamboo, +1 to the counter, maximum 8. And then get off me is break free from any grapple or cleanse invulnerable / restrained. So you spend a fear and it's an action as well. Yeah, I think we already designed that, didn't we? So we could have like maybe three apprentices that are on the ground. And whenever they roll badly on their agility, that's when we get to join in and mess with them. Yeah, I had an MS Paint with notes on it. I mean, can we... Who wants to test this with me right now? Let's do a test of this. Let's do a quick test and see how this plays out. Who in chat can roll some dice for a second? And we can do a little pretend test of this. Okay, cool. So I need quick responses on this. So let me open up the other. Where is it? Where's our group chat? I'm going to rename this to Back and Fork Daggerheart. Okay, nice. Yeah, let me see if I can find my picture that I made. I think I just put it in the pictures folder on Windows. Picture agility course. Okay, cool. This is so scuffed. All right, so maybe ignore a lot of the information that's on the screen for this. But let's imagine this is the field as we see it right now. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a D. Is a D8 a thing? Is that a real thing? Is that a D8? That's a D8. Okay, cool. So the D8 starts at 8 and it's going to go down. I guess we need you guys to have like certain evasion numbers. So I suppose if we do, here we go. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to choose 4 people in chat who can help out with this. I do have dice to roll. Okay, cool. So Bandai, you're going to be playing as Ren. So you have basically evasion 10. And then who else has got it? Encore, you're going to be Marlowe. And then who else has got Mally, you're going to be Mevi. And who's going to be Tiptoe? Dice acquired. Okay, Starfire, you're going to be Tiptoe. So Starfire, your evasion is 11. Was it Mally I said was playing Mevi? Your evasion is 11. Marlowe's player, your evasion is 13. And Ren's player, your evasion is 10. Also, Ren doesn't have any pluses to agility. Marlowe has +2 to agility, so make sure that you count for that. So when you roll your 2d12, tell me whether it's hope or fear, and then also +2 to it. And then Mevi has a +1 to theirs, and Tiptoe has a +1 to theirs as well. So we've got a lot going on. Right, so we've got the dice, and it's sat at 8, okay? The encounter begins. I begin with the players, and I say, right, make a roll. So let's say, Mally, you roll first, and we'll see what you get. And we'll see how this plays out. So basically, all you're doing is you're rolling 2d12. You let me know if it's with hope or fear. And then add on your modifiers. So in your case, it is a... So that's a 3. Was that a 3 with hope or with fear? God, a 3 is a terrible roll. That's the worst roll we can get. Jesus. It's literally a 2 and 1. I guess 1 and 1 would be worse, but then that would be actually a critical success. So is that 3 with hope or fear? And is that also adding on your +1? Because I feel like it can't be. Because I feel like you must have rolled 3 with hope or fear, and then you still need to add +1 anyway for 4. So like, I'll show you what I mean. So with this one, you click on there, you do a roll, and like this one here was 5 and 9, so it was a 14 with fear, but then +1 because of the agility. I'll take this for now, and then Mally, we can circle back to Mally in a second. So that was a 15. I suppose I need to set the difficulty of the parkour. What difficulty would I set it at? I think I was saying a 13, so it's slightly on the lower end, because I think 14 puts it bang in the middle, doesn't it? Did I say what difficulty it would be here? Yeah, I think that was it. Okay, so in that case then, so because that was a, what was that? That was a roll with fear. It's a success. And what did I say for success with fear? Success with fear is, I guess that would then trigger the ribbit, right? And the ribbit would target them. Maybe that's how we play it. So in that case then, so in fact, I almost need like a MS Paint again. Hold on, Paint. Okay, so big box. Let me make this. So big box. There we go. I've got player 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm trying to think how to draw this. This is fine. Okay, so so it was a success with fear. So I guess that still technically goes down to 7, but yeah. So it goes down to 7, and then the ribbit is then going to trigger because it gets a free activation because of a roll with fear. So that's, I suppose, what we do. So then with the ribbit apprentice, I'm going to roll a d20 like so, and that's a 14, which against Mevi does hit. And then what does it say it does again? When successfully landing an attack on a player atop the bamboo, +1 to the counter, so that is going to be an 8. Boop. So that goes back up to 8. If the counter is full, the next agility roll is with disadvantage, which it wasn't, so that's fine. And then should they take any damage from this, chat? If they get hit? Or should they mark a stress, maybe? Maybe they should mark a stress. Because at the minute it will stagger them. I think that would stress them. So we'd say for now that maybe a stress would be marked. And that would be that. And then it would then pass back to the players. So I guess maybe... Who was playing Ren? Who's playing Ren? Whoever's playing Ren, give me an agility roll. So that's just 2d12 plus nothing. Moi. Go on then. Hit me with a agility roll for Ren. And let me know what you got. We set the difficulty at 13, didn't we? An 8 with hope. Okay. So that's a failure with hope. So what did we say for a failure with hope? A failure with hope would be back to the last point. So that's that. And then nothing happens to the counter because the counter still remains on 8. So that's fine. So in my head, I imagine it as you were on this platform, you took your first jump, but your footing was really uneven, so you actually decided to come back and you're back on the starting platform again. And then because that was a failure, that means that I get to go. And maybe I can then do something. So I guess anytime somebody rolls a fail, then I can try something. So that's a 9. Which doesn't beat Ren's evasion, so that's wiped out, and then it's back to the players. Right, who was playing Marlowe? Does Marlowe want to have a go? Oh, gosh. So if Marlowe does a roll... Yeah, Enquiry, if you give me a roll then. So 2d12, one's hope, one's fear. And then +2 to the result as well. Double 5s. Okay. That is a critical success. So anytime you get doubles, it's a critical success. So the way that I see it would be that the timer goes down by 2. So it goes 1, 2, and then you reach that checkpoint there. So it's going to go from 8 down to 6. And you've reached the first checkpoint. And you bundle the ladder down, now meaning that any of these other players can now join you here, and you've reached that first checkpoint, which is really, really good. In that case, then, now that that's happened, it would then move over to... and also, I would say as well that Marla would get advantage on their next roll as well. So we'll come back to that soon enough. Let's have Tiptoe go now. So who was playing Tiptoe? Whoever's playing Tiptoe, if you can roll 2d12, one's hope, one's fear, and you add +1 to the result. We'll see how you get on. A 5 with fear. Ooh, no. Okay, so in that scenario, what would I do? So a 5 with fear. So it's a fail with fear. Is you go back to the last checkpoint. So the checkpoint can't change because we've locked it in at 6 now. I reckon that a failure with fear should maybe be marking a hit point. Does that sound fair? So if the timer is at its maximum and somebody does a failure with fear, do we have it be that like they take a HP as opposed to a stress? I feel like that sounds fair. So they really mess up the first jump. They fall to the ground. They hit the bottom. Ouchie. That's a hit point. I think that works. And then it would then be my turn. Because it moves back to me. But currently nobody is doing anything, right? Did I add another ribbit into this? Ribbit. No, there was just ribbit apprentice. I like the idea of the apprentices doing their own thing. What about if we had like the ribbit leader, like the main boy, like the one that's sort of like the sensei to these three apprentices? What if we had a thing where like he could maybe he could cause disadvantage for the players? I'm trying to think what we could do to add in like a consequence character, because the apprentices are kind of reacting to everything else, unless it's a case of whenever there's a failure with fear, or maybe he can spend this as a sphere. Maybe make the bamboo harder to traverse, covering slime. Yeah, I mean maybe he could temporarily add difficulty to the a plus to the difficulty. So if the difficulty is 13, he can maybe add a +2 to the difficulty for a while. How does that sound? And then once somebody falls victim to it, then that reduces back down again. The students start trying to actually hurt the players with a chance of killing them. Yeah. I'm trying to think of how many apprentices we should have. Because at the minute, the apprentice is just kind of acting as like reactionary, but I like the idea that there's numerous of them. How does this one work? Spend a fear to catch a PC in the undertow. They must make an agility reaction roll. So we could do that. We could have the sensei actively try to like hit the players. If a player dies in all this, game over for everyone because they can't continue the story without all the players alive. No, they're fine. They can carry on as is. I missed when he was coming up with this. So the idea is that basically there are going to be 2 platforms, one over here, and everything here is bamboo. And the idea is that we have a counter that began on 8 when they're on the first platform. Then it goes to 6, 4, 2, and 0. And basically the goal for the players is to get across. Maybe we need to have an additional timer. So we have a timer which is 8, which is reducing as they progress across here. But then, sorry, and also to explain, when they hit these checkpoints, that counter can't go back up over there. So the players can actually climb up a ladder and get back to here and go through. The idea is that this is mostly based on agility, and the players will be taking odd bits of stress or damage throughout it, but nothing too crazy. But maybe we need a lose condition. Maybe it's like, oh, you've got 20 minutes to get across here. And maybe each action costs a minute or something. And what's the story around it? So the story around it is that we need something from the sensei at the tadpole rest. We need a special substance from him. It's like a special piece of moss. So maybe the lose condition is if they don't manage it, then they don't get the thing. And it makes the fight at the end of the whole story harder. So the idea is that they'll get this special moss. The Tinkerer will imbue the moss into their weapons in order to coat their blades so they can actually finish off the water elementals in the fight at the end. But if they fail all of this and they don't get that moss, no, I don't know. I wanted to have something that wasn't combat, but something that people have to roll dice for. Maybe it could be actually that one of the interruptions that the dojo leader can do is they can throw some kind of net onto the they can throw a net onto like the strongest agility person. So if someone keeps rolling really well, they can actually restrain them by throwing a net on them. And then they have to waste a turn spending an action to simply take it off, which means that they burn through a move. Because if someone's particularly excelling, like I'd imagine that they might just go, oh, well, Marlowe's just going to do every single jump. Marlowe has +2 on agility, so he's just going to keep going for it. So it's a way of suppressing that character down. We said that the moss meant it could be a permanent coating, but if they fail, it was a coating that needed to be applied during battle. Yeah. Although it's interesting trying to think of how to do that. Like, would they have to waste an action to coat their weapon after each strike? Because that in itself also feels like a bit of a ball ache. Okay, hold on. We need to blast through this a bit more. I think what it is we're trying to figure out what the dojo fella is going to be doing. So let's create. Where is it? Let's just create a homebrew real quick. Homebrew, Ribbit Apprentice, add Ribbit Sensei. He doesn't really have a difficulty to work off of. Master and Keeper of the Tadpoles Rest. Okay, so then we've got these moves here. So slow down Hopper. So this can be an action. And then this could be restrain the most capable player character with a net. Meaning, oh, do they have to spend an action, or do they have to like roll well in order to get the net off of them? You can do something like the main boss is resistant to damage from weapons without the moss. Then it makes it matter without being complicated or impossible. Well, no, but that's the thing, right? Is I think what it is I don't want them to fail this agility thing. This is just a silly, funny bit. So, maybe the whole having to apply the moss mid-combat might just be a bit complicated. Or maybe this would be crazy, I don't know. But maybe it's just a case of if they succeed at this, then they get the moss and all attacks during the final battle will be with advantage. And failing that, if that doesn't work, then all attacks are just regular. Maybe we do that. But I did like the idea that they had to get the moss in order to they had to get the moss in order to actually deal permanent damage against the water elementals, is what my mindset was that the coating actually allows you to like properly break them down rather than them just reducing to water and then coming back up again as though nothing's happened. Like I wanted it to be that this was a very necessary part of the procedure. So maybe this whole encounter here, this dojo thing, they will always win, but it's at the cost of a lot of HP and stress potentially if they keep fucking it up. Maybe that's what it is. I think that might be the best way to navigate it. We'll do wind charge. So restrain the most capable player character with a net, meaning they have to succeed a strength roll in order to remove the net, the nets on them. Give the final boss an ability that makes it regenerate 1 HP on its turn if it was damaged with a non-moss weapon. Yeah, but if they fail this dojo thing, then they don't have the moss, then they can't kill the boss, right? Although I suppose it regenerates 1 HP only, so they could do more damage than that. But I worry that that would make the final fight tricky. I mean, what's the difficulty of the final boss? Let's have a look. Beneath Orchidia. Yeah, it's a difficulty of 16 already, which is brutal. And it already has 11 HP, so I don't think I really necessarily want it to take much health. Where is it? Ribbit Sensei. Yeah, maybe we have that. Or do we have it be that he has a passive? So you start with we could have it be that the Ribbits attack as a swarm. So we start with one Ribbit apprentice, and then each time they reach a checkpoint, he summons in as a passive another Ribbit apprentice, maybe. So you could have it be called checkpoint. And every time it's the player's turn, it doesn't cost anything for them to do their things. So that could just be reaction. When a checkpoint is reached, summon a new apprentice to the scene. And then we can have it maybe that the apprentices can do I guess that would technically be an action, right? If the counters fall, the next agility roll is with disadvantage. Attack any player character. Attack any player character. If successful. And event counter is full. The next agility roll is with disadvantage. Maybe. And then I guess we do need them to have an attack, right? I guess that's just an action. I don't think that necessarily needs a fear cost, actually. I mean, do they have a standard attack anyway? Let me have a look. Range, blah, blah, blah. Major thresholds. Could have an attack that does stress rather than HP. Oh, why is this so difficult, man? I think part of it is I've kind of got, like, I feel like I've got 90% of the design there. It's just really making sure that the number crunch of it feels nice to play rather than just simply annoying. You know what I mean? You get better at it with practice. Yeah, I think probably what it is, a lot of this is just I'm trying to do too much homebrew stuff as a new GM, but it's fine. Have you run Sims with various iterations? Not just yet. I've just been sat here doing it with chat a second ago, just trying to figure out the progress on it. I think maybe what we need is we need the counter for their progress going around the place, and then also a countdown in how quickly they have to succeed it in. But I'm trying to think how many turns it should take. So the counter starts at 8. They reach checkpoint 1, it goes down to 6. They reach checkpoint 2, it goes down to 4. They reach checkpoint 3, it goes down to 2. And then if they hit 0, then they've succeeded and they've gotten across the gap. Then do we introduce a counter which is like how soon they have to do it by? Like, do I literally use a D20 and go, right, you've got 20 actions in order to pull this off? Is 20 actions too much? Or unless that's 20 actions... Oh, no, maybe that could be 20 player actions. Rather than ribbit ones as well. I feel like 20 actions to get across that threshold should be fine, right? I need something that could like simulate this and see how it would feel. You know what I mean? Because a crit would basically get them to the next checkpoint. Because it goes, so you'd be on 8, 7, 6. I guess maybe technically. I guess maybe there's only one bit between there. So I guess it'd be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So a crit would actually get them straight to the next checkpoint. And then otherwise they just get successfully to one portion there. And then it's another person's go or their go again. Maybe a D20 would be sensible. So they've got 20 player actions to make this happen. And there are going to be distractions on the ground. Once they hit a checkpoint of 6, they can climb back up. And they can carry on from there. So it's only over 6 moves to get to finish. Really what it is they're trying to succeed twice every so often. So I think within 20 goes, they basically have 10 iterations to get this done, which I think feels fair. I think I like the idea of that. I think that could work. So I'm going to run it from the top again. So, right, it all begins. Marlowe is the most adept. I'm going to put my D8 on 8. Where is it? D8 is on 8. And then Marlowe is going to do an agility roll. He's going to roll like that. And he got a 10. That doesn't meet the 13. Oh, no, that was a crit. Sorry. Critical success. Okay, right, 6. So that goes straight down to 6. So Marlowe's made it to checkpoint 1. I do wonder whether we should do the... Do we do the 20 player actions with 4 players is 5 actions per player if they spread actions evenly? How many actions would it be to cross? It'd basically be 8, really. So it'd be, so if you're here, you go 1, 2, and then that checkpoint's there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's 8 actions that have to be successful. But they will have some setbacks where they might get knocked back or they might get knocked down. But when they hit these checkpoints, they don't have to go back to the start there again. So that feels pretty doable within 20. So I would say in that case then, so that 20 is now going to go down to 19. And then somebody else could roll. So let's say, like, I don't know, Mevi rolls next. Agility roll. That is a 15 with fear. And Mevi is... I guess, would Mevi... If somebody unlocks a checkpoint, I guess people would just run around there, wouldn't they? So I guess Mevi would start here, and +1 would get Mevi to... Where is it? Success with fear. Yeah, so that would put Mevi onto here. So Mevi would be on a middle point. And then that's when the ribbit would then get to kick in. So then I roll a d20. D20 roll. D20 roller, bang. Right, roll a d20. Roll. That was a 6. Okay, so 6 doesn't hit Mevi's evasion. So then that's that turn done. It passes back to the players. Maybe Mevi's like, well, actually, maybe I can try and go for the checkpoint again. So Mevi rolls again. Duality dice roll. That's an 11 with fear, which is a failure with fear, which would then be going back to the previous checkpoint. So Mevi slips, falls down, and is on the ground. And then now it'd be passed over to the ribbits again. Oh, also that would go down to 18. There's 18. There's actually, I think pacing wise, this maybe feels okay. And then let's say that like Tiptoe decides to have a go. So Tiptoe agility roll gets a 6 with hope. Or technically 7, sorry, 7 with hope. Which doesn't succeed. So what's the success? Failure of hope is back to the last checkpoint. That's fine. So they chill there. So then that goes down to 17. Okay, so we're on 17 moves left. My instinct is to reduce it to 3 sections instead of 4. It is 3 sections, isn't it? It's 1 section, 2 section. Oh, no, I guess, yeah. But increase the difficulty of each one. So the first one is no obstacles. Second has some ribbits interfering. Third one, something extra. Ooh, maybe, yeah. So maybe the difficulty could be lower. So what do we say? Do we say difficulty is maybe like a 10? We go, maybe go 10, 14, 10, 13, 16 for the difficulty. Or it could be smaller. It could be difficulty 10, 10, or it could be lower than that. It could be 9. 9, 11, 13, end. I kind of like the idea of there being 3 checkpoints. Because I think 8's a nice number to work down from. Whereas 6 might feel a bit low initially. Right, let's do another roll. So then it would be... maybe Rendrago gives it a go, even though his agility is not crazy. He does a roll. It's a 19 with hope. Goodness me. So that is success with hope. Count. What does that mean? Success with hope. So a success with hope from here would probably be getting all the way to there, right? Or is that only for a crit? Oh no, and maybe a success with hope is they gain advantage on their next roll. So he gets to there, he progresses 1 forward, taking the timer from 6 down to 5, and he would have advantage on his next roll. So then maybe if he was to go again, in that instance, then... How do we feel about giving people advantage if they're already in a section? You know what I mean? So it's like, say Ren's in the middle of that section on number 5 and somebody's jumping from 6 to 5. Could that add advantage to that person's role because he's there to almost like lend a hand? Or are they all independent from one another? Let's do another roll. Do this one with advantage. Roll that bad boy. Woo-wee! That's a 28 with hope. Goodness me. I mean, that one is, yeah, straight up to checkpoint 4. So that goes down to 4. Help action is an option to spend a hope. Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, yeah, that's a good shout. Yeah, good shout. I think that tracker should technically go down to 15 now. And then they're now on checkpoint 4, meaning everybody can move over to there. So that's good. Let's say Marlowe decides he's back up for the go again. So Marlowe is going to do a roll. What's the +2? Oh, the +2 is from there. Okay. Then Marlowe's going to roll. That's a 13 with fear. So success with fear is what again? Oh, that's just a free ribbit turn, isn't it? Yeah. So Marlowe does get to number 3. So we tick that down to 3. And then the ribbits get to go. And the ribbits are going to try and strike Marlowe. Which is going to be a roll on the D20. Which is a 20. God damn, nat 20. So they're definitely going to get Marlowe. And what was their thing again? If successful, an event counter is full. The next agility roll is with disadvantage. So what would that do if it hits them then? I guess maybe they mark a stress. I think the difficulty should come not just from making the number bigger, but something new to do. Maybe there's a balance section that uses finesse or spotting ribbits, trying to knock them off with instinct. Yeah, that's a good shout. Because then it doesn't mean it's just pure agility rolls. I like that. Yeah, I like that. So let's look at the sheet again. So it's, what is it? So agility could be sprint, dodge, leap, finesse, control, hide, and tinker. And then instinct, perceive, sense, navigate. I mean, it could be that for the final section, it's the sensei throwing wind charges. Or he's really bellowing out his like froggy mouth and just goes, wah, and he just like shoots essentially a wind charge. Which like fires at the player. So yeah, that's a good idea. Let me write this down. Tadpole's Rest. So 3 sections of the parkour. First is agility. Second is, what did we say the second one was going to be? Finesse. Second is finesse. Third is I suppose instinct. So dodging, wind charges. Agility, I think agility will, I guess finesse would just be the bamboo, right? Finesse would be the bamboo. Bamboo jumping. And then maybe agility is, what could agility be? Maybe if they're against the, maybe agility could just be them trying to physically pass the apprentices. Maybe. But at the same time, I'm worried that might get overcomplicated. I feel like I was starting to get comfortable with how the ebb and flow worked with the agility thing. Let's just roll with the agility thing for now and see how it goes. Jumping platforms is fine for agility as is. Finesse would have a tightrope section. So where was Marlowe right now? Is Marlowe on 4? Who was on 5? Was it Rendrago? Was on 5. I think Rendrago was on 5. Let's have Mevi do a quick roll. Whoops. Agility roll. So that's a 14. So that would be a success. So that would also reach 5. And then maybe Ren decides to go again just because he's already at that spot. He gets a 16 with fear. but he does unlock the next checkpoint, taking that down to 2. And then that's been another 2 turns, hasn't it? So that's down to 13. And then yeah, we could just vary the skill, couldn't we? Yeah. So we got 13 left on the timer. We got they're at this checkpoint, so then you have to get 2 successful things going on now. Maybe that's where Tiptoe comes in. So say Tiptoe's doing the instinct one at the end, or has anybody got better instinct? Mevy could maybe take it. I'll let Tiptoe go because Tiptoe's not been in a while. So Tiptoe does that. 14 would be, I would say, a success with hope. So Tiptoe gets onto the middle portion there, and maybe Tiptoe tries to go for it again. So that timer goes down to 12. Nice. And then duality again for instinct. Oh, wait, I didn't do an instinct roll, sorry. Or did I? Oh, no, I didn't. So that's an 11. So that's a failure with fear, which would then put Tiptoe back on here. And then maybe Mevy's like, I'm super perceptive. I'm going to go for that. I'm going to hit a roll. That's barely going to be a 13, which I think would probably succeed. It's a success with hope, meaning that Mevy gets onto the middle. Mevy goes again with more instinct. So 14 with fear. So then Mevy gets to the end. The timer went down to about 10 there out of 20. So they used up about half of their available moves to succeed overall. I think that works. I think that's cool. I think having a D20 counting down and then having the platforms would work. I think it makes the most sense to gear each section at one player's best skill. Yeah. Okay. I think what it is as well, it's partly I've asked Sausage if he wants to build something for it. And at the moment, I've only told him 2 platforms, one there and one at the other. But I suppose I can speak to him and see whether he wants to do a little bit more work. This is all work for Sausage that like he doesn't see any return from realistically, but it would just be cool to have it in the world physically. So that, yeah, so let's say the last one is instinct. So I guess thematically how we're theming this. So if the final one is instinct, are we having that be dodging wind charges? I feel like that's an agility thing. Maybe the third one being instinct is, like you said, crumbling platforms. Or it could be hold on. 2 is finesse, which would be more like balancing beams. Maybe it could be actually is that the second one is finesse and it's balancing like tightrope stuff. Tightrope. And then maybe the sensei can spend fear to add disadvantage to rolls. So he's puffing out these, or he's just using a stick and he's just shaking the tightrope a little bit to make it harder for the players in the finesse section. Instinct could be crumbling platforms, maybe even drip leaves. And then the first section is agility, but I don't know how we bring the apprentices back into it, if at all. The apprentices, what did they do previously? Unless it's a case of the first section is they actually have to like, almost kind of like American football style, they have to like break past the apprentices. So they can use agility and they can outpace them while trying to run around them. Or if their agility isn't great, they can maybe do a strength check against the apprentices and try and like shoulder barge their way through. Or honestly, they could maybe even hold them still to grapple them. You could do strength against apprentices, save agility for platforms. Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, we could maybe do a strength at the start then. Because I like the idea that they're testing them to see whether they're worthy of this moss and stuff. So yeah, maybe strength first then. So first is strength. But how many did you have to succeed against? There are 4 players. Do we say that they need to try and succeed against at least 2 of them? Like, do we have four ribbits and 4 players, or do we have a slightly lesser number? Yeah, strength, agility, finesse, instinct, yeah. Yeah, so okay, so second is agility. So that is just like general bamboo jumping. Third is finesse, tightrope. Sensei can spend a fear to add disadvantage to rolls, shaking the rope. Four ribbits total, 2 sets to get past. Yeah. Unless we have 3 ribbits. So there were 2 ribbits at the start. 2 players have to restrain them. And then there's 1 ribbit left over. And 1 player needs to succeed in restraining them. And then the 4th player then makes the checkpoint. Maybe that's a fun way of doing it. So 3 ribbits. 2 then 1. 4th player is free to get to checkpoint. I like that. And the second is just agility, general bamboo jumping. Maybe ribbits can still be disruptive here on failures. Then the third is finesse. It's a tightrope that's using finesse. The sensei can spend a fear to add disadvantage to the roll. The 4th is instinct. They have to figure out which platforms will fall through. Cool. I think that's good. I think we've managed to buff that out a little bit. I will do a play test with that, see how it feels, and then see how that works. You reckon swap the 4th to finesse so the sensei is right in front of them, and then surprise them with the blowing them off? Yeah, could do. So the third would be instinct then. Instinct. Let's do that then. So let's do... Third is instinct. 4th is finesse. And then they have 20 player actions to succeed. And I'll still work on fear token spending against players to stunt their progress. Cool. I think that's good. I think that feels a bit... That feels like something now. That's good. Cool. That's fun. All right. Thank you very much for that. I very much appreciate it, Penelope, and everybody else chipping in as well. If I can figure that out and get that all squared away, I believe we have the Misadventures Daggerheart adventure done, like written basically pretty much fully. So then I can actually write some fluff text around after they succeed and they win, or if they fail. And then after that is basically go back to the Tinkerer, quick combo with him, straight back to Orchidia, time for final fight. So that feels good. It feels nice to have that squared away. It looks like the players have been sending me their usernames as well. So we can get a party going, hopefully sooner rather than later, which will be sick. And yeah, there we go. Lovely. Right, let's go raid somebody, shall we? Let's do it. So reminder, not live tomorrow. It's Robin's birthday tomorrow, so I'm going to be offline all day for that. And then I've actually got my Japanese class tomorrow night, so I won't be around for everything. Oh, 3-year partner anniversary. Let's go say hello to Jamal, my gasket ball nemesis. Let's go raid Jamal. So Jamal's a dude that I met during the Hermitcraft like server tour event, the world tour event, which was really fun. We played a bunch of gasket ball together, and that was quite fun. I've seen some really cute clips of him talking to people like Etho and B-dubs and stuff. He keeps coming up on my TikTok, which is fun. Oh yeah, and also Vampire's recording tomorrow as well. But yeah, go and enjoy Jamal's stream. Send in my best. I can't stick around and say hello and everything, so I've got to go put the girls to bed. But have a great one, and fingers crossed we can do Daggerheart later this week with the first bunch of misadventures. Bye!